the fear that you experience is not even real. And I know what it's like to have fear hold you back for years and years from achieving your goals and doing what you want to do. So I just wanted to make a quick video explaining how to tell the difference between real fear and fear that's not real. So what you have to understand is all of the emotions that we experience serve a unique purpose. So, for example, we experience fear to protect us. We experience shame to feel bad about things that we did that aren't morally right. We feel love for a sense of connection and to, for example, like keep the human race connected and together and surviving and thriving. All these things, there's not one reason for each emotion, but you kind of understand what I'm saying. Like every emotion that we experience has a unique purpose. And through our evolution, one of the emotions that doesn't serve the same purpose as it did before is fear. You see, our mind doesn't know the difference between what real fear is and what fake fear is. It processes fear all the same, whether it's a danger or a threat. That's what our mind was programmed to feel. It was made to feel fear when we were, threatened by, ancient animals when we weren't the apex predators at the time, like saber-toothed tigers or dinosaurs or whatever. So you know the point that I'm making. So we're no longer, in the modern day, we're no longer in the same danger as we were before. A lot of the fears that we have from the past, they were from dangers of being killed, like I said, by apex predators. They were fears from being exiled from the group. A lot of people have social fear of speaking up for themselves or, speaking in public. It's because in the past, when we were in tribal times, if you did something and you said something wrong or whatever happened, you were at risk of angering the alphas, or you were at risk of, let's just say, just getting exiled from the group for what you did or what you said. And in the olden times, if you were exiled from the tribe and now you're all on your own, that's basically you're good as dead. So that was a real threat at that time. But we don't have those threats anymore in the modern day. And there's a part of your brain known as the amygdala. It's known as like the fight or flight or freeze part of the brain. It's also known as the survival center. So your brain has evolved over time, but this survival center, this fight or flight, we still have that. So your brain's wired for survival, and the purpose of the amygdala is to keep you safe from spotting potential danger. In modern times, that danger is manifested as self-doubt and limiting beliefs, especially on a social level. And like I said, the problem is you can't tell the difference between real or fake. Knowing what fear is real and what fear is fake, it really helps us. It serves as a reminder to reassure ourselves that everything's going to be okay. And we have to consistently convince ourselves and remind ourselves on repeat that we're safe, that we're not in any real danger. And once you convince your brain and you keep telling your brain that you're safe, your fear will slowly start to go away over time. And this fear center of your brain will quiet for you. So what you just have to ask yourself is it's very simple, but we have to remind ourselves of these things. Just ask yourself, am I in any real danger, or am I just imagining it? For example, a lot of dudes, they're fucking terrified of going up and talking to a girl that they find attractive. And when you ask the person, like, what are you so scared of? Or maybe this is yourself, like, why are you scared of talking to girls? There's no real reason. There's no real threat or danger. And it's like a fear that you can't really explain. And that's how you know that that fear is not real. It's just evolutionary, your amygdala and your survival center, your fight or flight activating, trying to keep you safe from something that doesn't need to protect you from. So just ask yourself, am I in any real danger, or am I just imagining it? And then ask yourself, what is the worst case scenario? The worst case scenario, if it's not death, if it's not serious injury, then it's likely not real fear. And then you just have to keep reminding yourself and convincing yourself that I am safe, I have nothing to be scared of, this is not life or death. And when you convince yourself that it's not that big of a deal, it becomes not that big of a deal, and that's how you release yourself from the hold that fear has on you. And once you do that, it'll help you let go and achieve your goals, because you won't have these doubts and these negative limiting beliefs and these fears that are false holding you back all the time. And that's how you create success. So I hope all that helps. If you need more help with your mindset, your confidence, and helping get rid of negative limiting beliefs and fears, I can help you with that. Check the description.